And now from Sin City, the hottest sports betting show in the nation, Friday Night Locks.
With your hosts, Justin.
But it would be really cute with all that they've gone through to get into the playoffs.
Tanya.
Well, this is a done game.
The Tampa Bay game, you were like.
And Jason.
Gonna shock and amaze you. Ready? Ready for this?
Two dads and a mom that make betting fun. If it's Friday, it's friends, family, football, and Friday Night Locks. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Okay, welcome back. We are on week 5 of the NFL. 5, and it's October already, which is wild.
Barely staying alive in week 5.
Barely staying alive in week 5.
I don't like cancel culture, but I'm canceling Carson Wentz and the entire Washington, whatever the hell you want to call them. I'm done.
The worst quarterback in the world.
I won't, last year.
I won't be betting on them. I won't be betting against them. I would prefer if their entire franchise just goes away. Mm-hmm. And by the way, who likes the Washington Commanders? Who likes them? Exactly.
Yeah, they're
exactly.
Their owners hated. Their name is hated. Their fans are not showing up again.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
They said there was way more opponents' fans are in their stadium when they're playing. And last week was in Dallas, but I'm just saying, like, their fans don't care. The owners got to go. The names got to go. Carson Wentz has got to go.
Put a college team in there.
I couldn't name 5 guys on that team.
I'm canceling them. So if you guys ever hear me say the word Washington or Commanders, you have permission to punch my ticket. I'm off on them.
Another thing that I'm sad to announce today. It's a very sad day. The Pittsburgh Steelers are finished.
Oh, how can you do that?
Mike Tomlin's record is finished.
Not going to get to 8?
And it's not TJ Watt. I hate to break it to everybody.
They can't win without him.
I don't know what that move was last week. It cost us. I mean, Mitch Trubisky Pickett thing. They bring in Pickett in the second half. He throws 3 picks.
Yeah.
Like, was that a plan, or did they just throw him in and say, let's try something? Underthrowing cats, trying to go deep, trying to explode. They still have no O-line. They still have no rushing game. The receivers are banged up. I don't know. I don't understand how they can blow a lead like that when you're trying to kill the clock.
Apparently, I'm not the only one canceling teams this week.
Yeah, it cost me in Survivor, and it shouldn't have.
Number 2 pick in circa Survivor was Pittsburgh.
Yeah, 600 and something people. That was Green Bay. That was Green Bay. 694 people were on Green Bay. They could have lost.
Someone else who was on Green Bay, T, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We had a winning pod last week, did we not?
We
We did.
We went 3-2 in our picks, which is nice. I like to have a winning pod. Obviously, the goal is to have fun and have a little action on some games that might make it more interesting.
Right.
But it's nice to win.
Always feels good to win.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you going to take your Rams helmet down off your shelf, or are you sticking with them, or what's your deal?
Well, you know, when somebody's got your number, they got your number.
Yeah.
And Shanahan's got McVay's number. Someone said to me last night, they always play each other close. It's always tight. Yeah. And 49ers always win. And it wasn't tight, and the 49ers still won. And there was no part of me that thought that I was ever in that game, or that they were ever in that game. There's no one part of me that ever felt like, that's all right. It's 17-9, touchdown, go for 2, tie it up. No part of me thought that was going to happen. Then the pick 6 comes, jumps the route. See ya. They're celebrating all over the place. Those guys do not like each other. Aaron Donald barking on the side. I mean, it was not pretty. Not one part of me thought that I was in that game, and I deserved to lose that game, and so did they. They're playing the Cowboys next week, and the Cowboys are hot.
Yeah.
They're hot to trot. And
I didn't realize Stafford throws so many picks.
That's his second game without a touchdown.
Yeah, he throws a lot of picks.
The repeat is over. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't see it happening. But I will say one thing, which is interesting to me, is this Cowboys defense. And I'm preluding this to like the week that's coming up right now, week 5. They alone can keep the Cowboys in every game. Cooper Rush is just managing, and Dak Prescott came out yesterday and said, I'm learning a lot by watching. I just got to keep it simple, and I can't wait to get back out there and keep it simple, because that's what I guess Rush is doing.
I think Jerry Jones put like a banana peel near his locker.
Yeah,
so
that's like an admission that he better figure something out, or he'll be on the bench. But yeah, watch out for those Cowboys. And
like
Philly's 4-0. The
yeah.
Giants are 3-1. You know, there's a lot going on in that. They used to say the NFC least.
Yeah.
That division's pretty funky right now.
T, did you get a chance to watch your Green Bay win, or where were you on Sunday for the games?
I did not. I was at work.
Okay.
But I did not get to watch, but I do know that it was tight at the end.
Yeah.
And which follows suit to almost every game in this season so far, where it's anything can happen at the end.
So maybe it was better that you were at work, because it did go to overtime, and Green Bay had a very good shot of losing that game. So you probably would have been a little stressed.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
And I had no time to see it. So
especially with that survivor.
Good.
Yeah. And what do you think about we don't have to talk in huge length about it, but the Tua situation. What are your thoughts on that?
I tend to not get on a soapbox about how the NFL, between Deshaun Watson and this, now it's a concussion thing. They have multiple stuff that they constantly have to deal with.
Yeah.
When you see a guy get up and wobble like that, maybe rest him.
After 4 days on a short week.
Yeah.
I just like that. The worst publicity that the NFL has is around CT, concussions, head trauma, and they got to do a better job. No? What do you think?
I definitely agree. I think it's kind of startling when the first concussion, he gets up and wobbles down like he's had one too many. And then 5 days later, not even full 5 days, they put him back in and he gets another concussion, or hopefully nothing worse. And zoom in on his fingers, just like completely seeing just like a zap out in his system. And that's very scary. And they just kept saying, the announcers were saying, we're watching a good game, but that doesn't really, it's not on the forefront of all of our heads right now because of Tua just got carted off the field. It's just crazy. And I have a son now. Yeah. So it really puts things into perspective.
Yeah, she's already like, he's not playing football. I'm like, take it easy, slow down.
I just am not, I'm not like, yay, let's put ourselves into a sport that can just absolutely demolish you in 1 second. I don't know. It's just crazy.
I think that's a well said concern that probably a lot of parents share with you.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of like boxers, like they always talk about even Tyson and, Pacquiao and all those guys that never got knocked out, and then they get knocked out, and then they get knocked out very easily.
Yeah.
The next 5 fights or whatever, because once you get that blow and that cobwebs in your head, it's very easy to repeat it. And that I even said 3 or 4 times, not to take anything away from it, but that wasn't like the hardest hit in the world.
Mm-mm.
But that's
he kind of pulled him over, but he hit him right in that sweet spot, same spot, back of the head, and then neurological. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that.
No.
But at the same time, Jason, your point about the CTE thing, I think about that all the time, and all these people are super sensitive to that. Yet they can't wait to get back out there, knowing like Tua knew. Tua of all people knew I probably shouldn't play. But that didn't concern him. He played.
I think we as fans, we love the collisions. Mm-hmm. We love the violence. And I think the NFL by far is way more popular than basketball, baseball, hockey, picket, like by a country mile. They either have to get new technology where there's more padding somehow. They wear those really weird Fat Albert helmets in preseason.
In preseason, the rookies.
But I don't know what the solution is. I'm sure the NFL is quite aware. But the same way they've made cars, fold in on themselves, or they keep working on the technology, airbags release. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But, we like the violence. But yet when we see a guy like Tua stand up and wobble, we go, tisk, tisk, NFL.
Right away. Yeah, that's
so it's hard. And for Tua, he's tough. He wants to play.
Sure.
Like, no, put me back in, coach. So
like the regression. It's like someone that's a smoker, and then the doctor tells him, you have cancer, you have lung cancer. It's like, well, I knew that could possibly happen, but yet here I went, and now I don't want that news. And two is like, I know I shouldn't play, and I know my head's banged up, but I want to play. I'm in the NFL, so it's like, then after the fact, you're like, damn, I'll never walk again. I should have thought about that. And it's this kind of like, it's risky to me. And these guys are bigger, stronger, and faster. And it's like a car accident. Every time you see these licks, it's like a car wreck.
The thing is, the thing that the NFL has been terrified about for years and years, and we can wrap up this very serious discussion, and usually this podcast is more lighthearted.
Sure.
If somebody drops dead on the field, that's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been terrified of that. Let's talk about fun stuff. Let's get off that because we love football.
Yeah.
Got a couple problems, but we had a great weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How's the baby? What's up with you guys?
He's really good. He's very active and he's running around like a maniac, and he can stand up, but he can't quite balance.
Okay.
But he's close. That's like the missing link, right? Like,
no, he can balance. He just can't balance without
you can't take a step.
Little, like hands holding his hands.
Right.
He's pulling a Tua.
Yeah, but he's active and he's very, very talkative.
Yes, very talkative, like his dad.
Very talkative.
Okay.
The best.
Do we need to get a fourth microphone for the pod?
Possibly.
Okay.
It might sound like
it's going to be far better than whatever comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
He's saying something.
No, and he said,
like
I am believing that he said his first word,
which was
not glebus. If anybody knows that reference, his first word was dada.
That's a good feeling.
It's cute. I'd like to think it was la la.
No, it's da 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 da.
It's la 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 la
da da. And then you walked down the stairs the other day, and he looked over and he went da 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 da.
Okay.
So I think that's a word.
And now he goes bye.
Yeah, bye. And
yeah, he's a trip.
He's cute.
Awesome.
Still no teeth.
He's a trip. And you know what else? Tanya put him in the Saints gear on week 1.
Mm.
And I remember I referenced it in the pod. John said he has to wear that every week. He has not worn it since.
And the Saints have not.
And they have not won since.
Shoot.
And it was an early game. It was 6:30 in the morning, which we were up.
Yep.
And I thought about we got it, but then that was in his nap time, kind of weird. But he must be in his uniform.
Okay.
On Sunday.
Noted.
And we will hopefully circle back to this with the Saints victory, but he must.
I thought the Saints got a raw deal. I thought the refs were completely helping out the Vikings. Every other time they were throwing flags, that honey badger weird hands to the face that kept that drive alive was the whole reason why Minnesota won that game. Saints should have won.
A lot of that though, every week. I say that every week. They're done. They're off the field. 4th down, flag. There goes the flag. And it's too much. Ever since
keep those drives a lot. Yeah.
We have a new week. We have new blood. Like I said, the teams that are really good are starting to show that they're for real. And the teams that are really bad are not going to get better anytime soon. It's not fluky. Detroit, I said, they're getting better, and they're not. They're not getting better. They're getting gouged every week. And Steelers and Carolinas, and they're just not getting any better.
Some separation starting to happen.
Correct. And so I think already we're starting to see these patterns, and I think the lines are too high. I think a lot of the lines are too high, including this week. But we'll talk about that when we get into that. But what about Survivor? Because it's week 5.
But before we get into Survivor, I just want to remind everybody watching and listening to subscribe, and leave a comment on our channel. It really helps us. Please. And it shows us some love. And that's always nice. So tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your children, tell everybody to listen.
Please.
And thanks to everybody out there that is listening and watching.
Who doesn't like love?
Who doesn't love?
Hello.
But so I guess we talk about my Survivor.
The only thing more fun than watching football is betting on it. Ready to make some cash?
Ladies and gentlemen, lock it up.
Okay, so Survivor this week, week 5, plain and simple. Just going to use the Bills this week. It is what it is. Learned my lesson on the first couple weeks. Not going to do that anymore. So here we are, and it's Bills versus Steelers this week. They're in Buffalo. Don't know the weather of Buffalo this week.
The biggest line of the week.
Yeah, biggest line of the week. I feel like it might be the easiest go.
Yeah. And I don't know how many people even have Buffalo left, probably.
Justin said that Pittsburgh's going to pull the upset this week. Are you not scared of that at all, T?
No, I did not say that.
I don't think that's what he said. But
no, 14 is 14 the biggest spread of the year so far?
No, probably. Yeah. Yes, I think so. But I was listening to somebody who was doing the early lines, and he was a bookmaker, I think at South Point or something.
Chrissy.
Yeah. And he goes, my power ratings come to 17 on this game. He goes, but I can't even post that.
Yeah.
Like, he goes, so let's just make it. Yeah. So point being, sure. I think you're on the right side of that. T, I wish you luck. Yeah. Let's keep the streak going for Survivor.
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a big one. Like I said, I don't know who would even have them left. I'm sure a lot of people
used them, I'm sure.
I will say one thing about the Bills. I'm starting to see some Doritos, Tostitos commercials with Josh Allen, and I don't want him to go Baker Mayfield on us. Like, you can tell he can barely say his lines. He's looking at a cue card right off camera, and the commercial's like the guy's dipping the salsa, and Josh Allen goes, he's dipping the salsa. That's a 5-yard infraction. I go, dude, please. Do not go State Farm on me. Do not go Baker on me. Just
he will.
I don't want to see you pitching me potato chips, bro. Just concentrate on Stephon Diggs. So
but there was another Stephon Diggs commercial too.
Word to the wise, like these commercials, they are always the kiss of death.
Yeah.
So watch yourself, Josh Allen.
They look good,
big
though.
Words about Tom Brady.
You know what?
Subway, State Farm. No, not State Farm. The rental. Hertz. That's what it was.
Hertz. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Tom Brady has what? 6 rings, 7 rings?
Yeah,
he can have 8.
He's on the other side of it.
He's got Bitcoin eyes, diamond hands, and great cheekbones, which are now accentuated.
8 rings, though.
Which are now accentuated from the stress of his family life.
Either through a little injection, a little collagen, we don't know, but his cheekbones are fantastic.
He looks like he had a complete blood transfusion or something. He looks weird, dude.
He's starting to look a little Joan Rivers-y.
A little zombie-ish.
Which I like.
I don't know.
Tom Brady, are we worried about my guy over there? I think he's due for a huge win against Atlanta. 9-0 against Atlanta.
So there's this ticket. I think it's at South, but it's a prop thing. That Tampa Bay will. I think it's like $1,000, and it pays like 20,000 to 1. That Tampa Bay will have the worst record in the NFL.
Oh, come on!
Which is like that's ballsy, right? The guy's just obviously trying to catch lightning or something. And then the other one is Geno Smith to win the MVP. And he's like playing well or whatever, but like, can you imagine you're like, you got a ticket on Geno and you just are like, I'm here to cash this in. And they're like, what are you talking about? Did you stop time and go back? Like,
yes,
that's hysterical to me. The things that people will throw money at. And Geno, I don't know. It just made me laugh. I thought I was hearing it incorrectly until he repeated it, but he's like, Geno's, it's like $1 million to 1. It's like so bad. And they're like, he's playing really well. Seattle doesn't look bad.
But doesn't he, if he wins, doesn't that guy deserve all the money in the world for even placing that bet?
Casino if he wins. They hand him the keys to South Point if he wins because they can't cover that bet.
Geno Smith.
They're going to look at him like Randy back in the day, our bookie, and be like, I don't have the money. I can't pay you guys.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that's those two things struck me. Tom Brady and his Bucks, the worst record in all of the NFL. And then there's another little one that was Atlanta to win the South, which was 200 to 1. But
I saw Tom Brady before his game. His kids were like by the tunnel when he came out, and he gave him that "I'm separated from your mom" hug. That just pulled on my heartstrings. And I was thinking about what you said about like, or maybe it was UJ who said, I think it was last week, that maybe like he doesn't go a full season. I don't know.
No, I said, I think he was going to quit in the middle. And she said, which was a great point, you can't tell your family I'm done and then turn around and say I'm not. Just kidding. And as a woman, as a wife, if I did that, there'd be consequences. And
there's no weight in your words anymore. Like,
you can't say I'm done. Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah, it's huge. So
I don't know. I feel bad for Tom Brady. I love to watch him play, and I just feel like that's probably selfish as a fan, but he's definitely going through some stuff right now.
Yeah.
Sure. But that's why I respect the ones that leave on time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know.
Drew Brees said, bye.
But even Drew Brees stuck around for the arm wasn't the same and all that stuff.
I'm done. That's it.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But I'm just saying, like, the ones that they still look young. They're still, and now they're announcers on ESPN and they're like, I quit. I walked away.
Yeah.
Look at the greatest ever. Michael Jordan ended up in a Washington Wizards uniform.
Yeah. Like, don't overstay your welcome. Mm-hmm. No one wants to see you anymore. Yeah. You're not the same Air Jordan.
It's hard to hang it up.
Yeah. It's a selfish thing. And it's like, I mean, seriously, I don't want to see the Bucks go 8-8. Or 8-9. Like, no one wants to see that. And if they do, it's because I don't want to hear banged up. I don't want to hear receivers. I don't want to hear Julio Jones. He's not playing well. They're not playing well. They can't score more than 19 points in a game.
I just don't attribute any of their woes to Brady. I think Brady looks good every week. I think he's missing Gronk. He doesn't have anybody that's
it's a struggle uphill, man. It looks like an uphill battle to me. It looks tiring to me.
And in all fairness, he played Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers back to back.
Schedule's wicked.
I think I could see Tampa going on a little run from here on out. We'll see what happens, but we don't have to go on a whole Brady.
Once they get in that South, they'll probably figure some stuff out.
Ladies and gentlemen, lock it up.
Things that I'm looking at this week are that the lines are too big. And going back to your Tom Brady, I just don't think that they have any business being an 8.5 point favorite. They can't score more than 20 points.
Okay.
Atlanta can score. Atlanta has always been in these close games all year. 8.5 until you can show me that the Bucks can do it. They can't run. Their defense is whatever. And yes, Tom Brady's had a tough couple of weeks as far as who he's played, but you know, that game with Mahomes was like one of them was going to lose 2 in a row. Who was it going to be? And it wasn't going to be Pat Mahomes. And so for them to turn around, for the bookmakers to turn around and tell me, okay, now this week they're going to lay 9, give me the 9. And for that reason only, and all the stuff we said about Tom Brady, he looks like it's an uphill battle to me. They look tired. They don't look cohesive. They don't look happy in Tampa. And for those reasons alone, and period, point blank, give me the Falcons in that divisional dog. Give me the points. And
I think you're looking at 8 and a hook this morning as we're taping.
And Circa is going to creep to 9 by Wednesday deadline.
So maybe wait if you like Atlanta.
I would wait. Yeah. I would wait. But for us, like our Circa, once it locks in on Wednesday, it's locked. So you could get your bets in Wednesday or Saturday. It's still going to be locked, but I wouldn't be shocked if it jumps to 9. And I will tell you right now, that will be in my Circa picks. That will be one of my 4.
Falcons have been covering all year long.
I'll take it. I'll take it. So give me the Falcons, the ATL Dirty Birds, plus the 8.5 or 9, and lock it on up. Lock it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, lock it up.
And so for my next pick, you know, like this dog thing that I've been doing because these lines are so janky. If I'm going favorite, I could go 0-2. I could go 2-0. But if I go dog, I think I can go 1-1 every week. I should be, I hope. And so for that reason, I'm going to take my other pick. I'm going to go back down to Cleveland plus 3 points. The Cleveland Browns, the Brissett Browns, as they call them. Give me them plus the 3 coming off a tight one. I think that they are going to, I think that the Chargers are going that Sunday in the morning time change, early morning game, that West Coast game. And I think that the one thing that the Chargers have shown me is they cannot stop the run, cannot stop the bleeding. They can score with the best of them. They are so banged up. And I think Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are going to go crazy. I don't even think it has to be in Brissett's hand. Just hand the ball off and let him go. Cold early morning for them, like long travel. And I think the Chargers are more banged up than it seems like. And I still, you still got the Herbert thing. He looked good last week, but he's still hurting. Give me the Browns at home with Nick Chubb.
Chubby Chub.
And the boys, the Chub. And I'm going to lock that up.
Ladies and gentlemen, lock it up.
This is a first for the Friday Night Locks podcast. We have a double like. And just to pull back the curtain, show you how the sausage is made, we don't tell each other our picks. But I came in here with my first pick being also the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, now.
Like them for all the reasons you said, Jay. Not going to bore everyone with a longer handicap. I will only add second game on the road for the Chargers. I do think Bosa is questionable. Don't think they handle the run very well. Cleveland, obviously, aces with the run game. Look ahead line, Cleveland +1. Getting some line value, which I like a lot. So we get 2 extra points of line value. Home dog pound. I think we're going to get Myles Garrett back.
Yep.
And I think he's going to cause some trouble.
He almost played last week.
And maybe a little shot to the ribs just to remind Herbert that he's there. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe Clowney too. Clowney could be on the
Clowney too. So give me the points. Give me the home dog +3 and lock it up.
Roof.
Ladies and gentlemen, lock it up.
So for my second pick, I am going to New York, but actually to New Jersey, where the New York Jets play.
Oh, God.
And I think the New York Jets fell in love again with Zach Wilson. They were playing in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh turned the ball over 4 times. Everyone's so high on the Jets. Oh, fly, Jets, fly. Miami, Tua. We talked about Tua. I wish him a speedy recovery. However, they have my favorite backup in the entire NFL.
In the world.
Your
favorite.
Teddy never loses a bet. 2 gloves. Give him all the nicknames you want to give him. This guy's a covering machine. So
it's unreal.
Let's talk about Miami. The look-ahead line was Miami -7. But all of a sudden, Tua goes out and Zach Wilson becomes the next Tom Brady and New York is drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm going to get an extra 4 points of value. And I'm going to take those.
How though? Because Wilson's supposed to be an upgrade from Flacco, and they say a quarterback couldn't be responsible for 3 points in the line. Not even Aaron Rodgers. How is that possible?
It's the combo of Tua going out and Zach Wilson winning in Pittsburgh, which people think the eye test is so hard to win in Pittsburgh. I'm not buying any of that crap. I think the Finns, this is a rally around the flagpole game for Miami. They all love Tua. They watch him get carted off on a stretcher. Teddy Two Gloves knows the offense. He's going to have practice with all the first teamers this week. And the second he hits Tyreek Hill, this game's over.
Yep.
They're going to get separation. They're going to get margin. Don't overthink it. Miami has covered, I think, 3 out of their 4 games this year. And Miami's played Buffalo. Miami's played New England. Miami's played Cincinnati. They've played much tougher defenses than the Jets. So I like the Finns this week on the road laying. I think you gave me a hook this morning for the line. Yeah. So -3.5. I'm not afraid of it. I think they'll get separation. Take the Miami to cover the spread and lock it up.
Lock it up. That's nice. I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, lock it up.
All right. That is our show. We had a winning week last week. We are going to continue our winning ways. If you want to survive in your survivor pool, T says take the Buffalo Bills at home playing Pitt. Justin likes Atlanta getting 8.5 points at the Big Sombrero. He also likes the Cleveland Browns in the dog pound +3 at home dogs. I second that motion. I also like the Cleveland Browns +3 at home, and I will take the Miami Dolphins on the road -3.5. And that's our show.
I love it. And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment and listen to us on all platforms. Thank you.
Yep. What a great show. It's always good to be back with you guys, raising a glass to all of the NFL because it's exciting and we love it. You got to keep beating the book. Bet responsibly or not, that is up to you. I know that we try, but so much you can do.
Yep.
Cheers out there.
Cheers.
Much love. See you next week.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you for supporting Friday Night Locks by clicking the like and subscribe button and leaving us a review. Thanks again for tuning in, and see you all next week. Good luck at the book.